Chargers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. This complete to David Bell. And he'll be taken down, but he does. Down yardage. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cleveland. Up the middle, it's Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Quick throw completed by Watson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the 50, it's Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now they return to the ground. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. He's got the first down and more. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And Chubb will try the middle here.
Down to the 42, 2nd down. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now it's Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 14. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The Chargers hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs. And sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Watson into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Chubb on the counter.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
10 more there and another 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Joey Bosa in on the stop. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Kareem Hunt,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Herbert on 1st down now.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot in the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
The throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns. Possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watson now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Watson. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 14.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about
a lot of pressure here for Cade York.
This to make it a 2-score game.
York able to send this one through. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. It's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Akers.
Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground.
Tackle there by Jerry Tillery.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Herbert off of play action. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
So he picks it in one end zone, brings it all the way down inside the red zone.
And he took a gamble, didn't he, Brandon? I mean, he intercepted that in the end zone. Could have taken a knee there. They get the ball on their own 20. Great job taking the ball away. But he takes that chance, brings it out, and boy, what a conversion that turned out to be.
They'll run with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Kareem Hunt,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Herbert's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
A give. This is Chubb.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds.
And now here is another interception. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign.
And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of